Welcome, everyone. It's Coach K. Just giving you guys an update on Ferrum Network. As you know, I am friends with the friend, Mr. Ian Friend, and he's the COO of Ferrum Network. So last time we talked about what the Ferrum are you up to? Kind of part two. So it's going to be what the Ferrum are you up to part two, guys. Welcome, Ian. It's been great. Maybe you can give us a little bit of an update. I think we haven't done a video for maybe almost 2 months. And I know there's been a lot of things that you guys have been doing. Things like staking, the unifyre wallet's close, I hear, and Kudi actually had an upgrade. So all that stuff's happened. So maybe you can start filling us in. But first, how you doing, man?
Joel, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be on your show. So yeah, 2019 was huge for Ferrum, and I think we roared into 2020 with a bang. Just real quickly on the Kudi front. We're thrilled to have released the app really out of beta, so now it's downloadable on iOS. The redesign is out. Ferrum is added to the app. This adds a whole new host of utilities for the token, and so we're just really excited. And fortunately, since that time, the downloads have been up, engagement's been up, more merchants are being added to the app on a regular basis. So things are going very well in Kudi land. But the thing I'm really excited about is our Staking 2.0 initiative, actually named Ferrum Stake and Earn by one of our faithful community members.
Nice.
And that's the thing that I really love about Staking 2.0 is that it was a community-driven initiative. We basically felt there was such great success from Staking 1.0. We thought, okay, let's take what we learned, let's gather some community feedback on this, and let's improve it, right? And so that's what we've done. So we just announced the terms of Staking 2.0, and it's really, I think, some of the highest rewards in the industry. And we're just excited for these next 3 weeks to sort of spread the word and get people interested and get people staking Ferrum.
Nice. That's awesome. So, in terms of staking, you guys went to the first round very successfully, actually. So that lasted, I believe, at the top was about a year, right? Is that correct?
Sure. So Staking 1.0 involved 3 staking pools. You had gold, which is a shorter term staking, platinum, which is sort of a medium term, which was that year level. And then we had diamond, which was actually a year and a half. But the thing you have to understand about staking with Ferrum is that it's fully flexible. So we set an early withdrawal period on each of these staking pools at half that time. So you can withdraw at, say, 6 months. You still receive some rewards, slightly less, of course, than if you stake till full maturity. But the interesting thing I think we've done as well is incentivize people to stake until the end, because if you stake until the end, not only do you receive the highest rewards, you actually get a share of rewards that were forfeited by the people who withdrew early.
Yeah, that actually really, I showed some of my friends that, and they were like, that's a really interesting way to do it. Because, I mean, there are some projects like SNX, for example, that have I think apparently they have 80% or 90% of all the tokens they have in their whole network staked, which is pretty intense. But they don't have something like that. And there's a couple other projects that have staking with quite high rewards. But again, I don't know if there's penalty or if you even get anything for some of them if you take your stakes out. There's also ADA where you'll be able to take it in, you'll be able to put it in and take it out as well. But I don't think the profitability is there. But it's almost like kind of gamified where it's people are definitely going to need to pull out. If you do a 2-year staking, I think the staking one has a 2-year one or almost a year. Is it a year and a half or is it 2 years?
The next one's highest contract is 2 year to get that full maturity reward of 85%. So you have to really be safe. But at a year you can withdraw and still get, I think, 35%, right? So right. And by the way, in increasing daily until you hit 85. So right. You can withdraw at any point after early withdrawals and still get some rewards. So we didn't want to lock people in. We didn't want to penalize people. It's all about rewarding people who believe in Ferrum and believe in the vision and want to be with us for for as long as possible, but understanding that, look, if Ferrum all of a sudden does really well, the market, or heck, maybe the staker needs money to pay their bills or whatever,
Yeah.
we don't want to lock them in. We certainly don't want to penalize anybody.
Yeah.
So that's how we structured it, and I think it's been a resounding success.
Between 1 and 2. Staking 1.0 had how much staked for the 3 pools? How many Ferrum tokens?
So total staked was, I believe, 8 or 9 million.
Nice.
And the total inflation resulting from that is 2.3 million tokens, I believe, is what it was. But now keep in mind, that's over the course of 3 to 18 months.
Right.
So it's not this sort of, you see some staking where it's consistently adding more tokens to the supply every month. Mm-hmm. Ours is not really designed that way. It's really, most of it is sort of heavily weighted at the back end. And in 1.5 years from now, Ferrum is going to be a very different project and a lot more mature, mainnet out, mm-hmm. tokens being burned, multiple products. So, we felt like it's okay to sort of, give those rewards on the back end, and it's really not going to have a meaningful difference in terms of inflation at that time.
Nice. Very good. And then 2.0, how many tokens are you guys offering up to stake in those pools, those 3 pools? How many?
So it's actually 4 pools this time, and it's a total 10 million.
Yeah.
So we sort of upped the ante a little bit. I mean, a lot of the feedback we got was, community didn't mind staking for longer if it meant higher rewards. Mm-hmm. So these sort of skew towards the longer time frames, but they have higher rewards associated with them, which again, I think we view as a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
But keep in mind too, we're going to have staking within the Unifyre wallet. Right. So there's and that's a mobile mobile phone app, which I think is quite innovative and unique in and of itself. But the reason why I bring that now is because we didn't really have the luxury of staking a whole bunch of tokens in staking 2.0, because we got to think about staking 3.0. We got to think about staking 4.0, right? So it's really like a lot of things we do, as founders of a project, is balancing interests, balancing the short and long term, thinking about the competing interests of the various stakeholders, and trying to structure something that's going to make most people happy.
Yeah, I mean that's the difficulty for, I think, anybody, unless you're Apple for some reason. But yeah, it's hard to make everyone happy. But you don't need to, honestly, you don't need to make everybody happy. You need to make the people that will believe in your project happy, and it doesn't matter if people don't like it, they don't have to stay as well. So. Yeah, I mean, unifyre wallet. So what's the staking going to be like in that? Do you guys have everything drawn up with how that will look like? Will it be less rewards, I guess, because they're going to do it directly in the app on the wallet? How do you guys think about doing it?
Yeah. So full disclosure, I'm not a developer.
Yep.
I've seen the earliest demo of unifyre wallet that's being tested by our beta testers now. Sort of early. This is like early, I say, private beta testing.
Yeah.
So I don't even really know what it's going to look like. Frankly, I know how we develop products at Ferrum. I know we're all about user friendliness, simplicity, and the vision for unifyre is really to build an app that I think will bridge the gap from the traditional world, people who aren't necessarily steeped in crypto, and bring them into the world of controlling their own money, being the custodian of their own keys, and so we get giving them security and peace of mind that comes with holding your money on exchange, for instance, holding your money in Coinbase app. So that's the vision for the wallet. But we wanted to make as many unique and useful features that we could, because the reality is the wallet space, even if you're talking about a multi-currency wallet, is very crowded.
Yeah,
let's just be honest about it, right? And so you know, for Ferrum to be relevant, we need to be unique. We need to be different. Most especially, we need to be building products that people use.
Yeah, of course.
That's the key, right? A wallet that no one uses has zero value. So, we really have gone to the drawing board and said, okay, what can bring value to our users? So one of the things we thought is quite unique is in-app staking.
Yeah.
Now, what it will look like, what rewards will be, we haven't even decided yet, frankly. But the cool thing about our staking is that it works for any ERC20 token. So, the staking that people have done on the web browser, that was only Ferrum token, right? But in theory, it works with any ERC20 token. So, our vision is to be partnering with different projects, offering sort of incentives for them to get involved and actually be able to stake their tokens through our wallet, right? So that's one idea we have, and I think it's quite unique and it could be very valuable for folks. The other thing we're building for version 1, and keep in mind, unifyre wallet, like all Ferrum products, ultimately will become what our customers want them to be.
Right.
So, for instance, Kudi has evolved tremendously from version 1 to where it is today, and that's because of user feedback. Same thing will happen with unifyre. So everything I had to say is sort of that caveat that things will evolve and improve.
Yeah.
But the other feature we'll be launching, I think, in version 1 is something similar to WeChat red envelope. So basically, airdrops through links. How this will look, how this will work. Again, I'm not 100% sure myself. I haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
But I think it's, again, a unique thing. And if you can, there's a lot of things we can do, combining the staking with airdrops, right? Combining airdrops with referral programs. So, it opens up a really a wide array of marketing opportunities that I think will help sort of, put unifyre in the hands of, we want it in the hands of 100,000 people.
Right.
In relatively short order. And you do that through having a great product that solves problems and marketing it effectively.
Right.
And so that's what we're doing. I'm excited to unveil it all for everyone. Unfortunately, like many things, when it comes to development, it's slower going than you want it to be. But I can assure you the devs are working, the normal 16-hour days that they work, and we're trying to push it as quickly as we possibly can. And certainly it'll be out by Q1. So we're getting excited about it.
Sweet. Right on. So there's staking 2.0, which has higher rewards than staking 1.0, and based off of feedback from the community. There's potentially, once unifyre is ready, staking 3.0, and then you said maybe staking 4.0. So we'll see how that works in the future, for sure. And then Kudi, also thinking about Kudi, like, just looking at what's going on with them, they seem to have started to onboard a lot of clients, and people are starting to use the Ferrum prepaid credit card more often. I've seen some people posting, hey, I used Ferrum in Nigeria to pay for this, and this shop took it. And so it seems like there's some growth there. You want to just expand on that from just what I've known from just my own research? Is there anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, no. So that's great. You've seen the sort of grassroots marketing that we've been really striving to do for the past, really since the ICO. And so, that I think is a perfect example of a marriage between a product that solves problems and, sort of grassroots guerrilla marketing. So basically, yes, we, I think at the end of December, launched the Kudi card, which is a debit card issued by Verve, which is sort of the Visa of Nigeria. It's connected to your app. And basically what we do is we'll actually send that card anywhere in the world, and we already been sending it to the UK, the US, places where a lot of Nigerian expats live.
Yep.
These folks travel back to Nigeria during the holidays or visit family, very common thing, but they don't want to deal with the hassle of going to the bank. It's very difficult to go to the banks in Nigeria. Sometimes they're very slow. Sometimes there's issues with fraud. So we've solved all that problem by sending you a card in advance, connected it to your app. You deposit, your Bitcoin on your app. You can exchange it into Naira, deposit that Naira onto your Kudi card, and then spend that anywhere debit cards are accepted. So what you saw was a Kudi community member who had visited Nigeria and was using the debit card at every bar he went to, the restaurant. He would like take pictures and upload it to social media. I thought it was an amazing marketing campaign that was going on. But that's the Kudi card in a nutshell. We're selling actually a lot of these. I'm really encouraged by the growth of it, even the like sort of the minimal marketing we've done for it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, really excited to see what they've been able to do with Kudi, where it's going. Just really bullish on it. But of course, Ferrum is a lot more than Kudi, right? So there's, I think, a lot to love about what we're doing.
So in terms of merchant adoption, how many merchants did you say? I read something like there's a bunch of new merchants that accept Ferrum, but is there anything you want to just touch on that part? Is there any?
Yeah, so we've yeah, of course. So part of the marketing and user acquisition campaign we're doing in Nigeria is signing up merchants for the app as well as end users, because one of the unique functions of the product is a point of sale system within the app.
Yeah.
Normally in Nigeria, these clunky bank issued machines, mostly only high-end stores have access to them. So really, and otherwise, the mom and pops are just cash based,
right?
Which has its own set of problems and risks. So with the instant fiat transfers that our technology enables, we thought, why not open up this and create sort of a merchant facing aspect of the app. So really, what you do is you sort of like Airbnb, where you switched from host to guest. Yep. You can switch from like user to merchant, or user to business, we call it. And you can set up a whole point of sale system just within the app.
Nice.
And yeah, this has been ongoing for a few months now, but we have a sales team on the ground in Lagos who literally go door to door, signing up merchants for the Kudi app, and we should talk the Kudi card. And one thing we're about to sort of unveil is a both-sided rewards program we're calling Cash and Kudi. So rewarding the customer and rewarding the merchant to sort of create this ecosystem of people, on the product.
They'll use it.
For the point of sale to work on products, you need both the merchant and the user using it. So we're coming up with this really unique, I think, innovative marketing scheme. And yeah, I mean, I got to give my hats off to the Kudi team. They're working their butts off in Nigeria every day. I've been in that country a few times. Not an easy place to operate, not an easy place to do business, not an easy place to get around.
Yeah.
So, all the kudos to them. And, I think, again, this example of what a team can do, even on a small budget, working together, working towards a sort of a greater goal, good things can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, that's important. There's also the idea of this, like, banking the unbanked. I know that you guys made like progress. Is that also linked to Kudi as well? It was like, I was reading, like, you can basically have, like, if you're, and I don't know if this only applies to Nigeria for right now or if it will expand, but people can just have a phone and now safely store like money on their phone. Was I mistaken, or how does that work?
Yeah. So, a lot of the banking, the unbanked products you see in the crypto market are basically just wallets for Bitcoin, right? I guess you could argue is like banking the unbanked. We take that a little bit more literally, and we've actually partnered with one of the biggest banks in Nigeria called Stanbic, and they, through this partnership, we're able to offer a unique bank account number to each of the Kudi users. So if you download a Kudi right now and you press the Naira image, it would take you to another page, and it's right there. It's my Kudi bank account. And the reason we did this was, well, it's great to sort of offer banking on bank side of the product, but it's also important for the crypto users on the app, because normally it would take some hours to deposit money, fiat money, from your bank into your Kudi app.
Yeah.
Right. Similar to how Coinbase, it takes a while for to get from your bank in your Coinbase wallet. Right. It's not unusual. Banks have to do checks and whatever.
Takes forever, actually, with Coinbase.
Takes yeah, that's wrong.
They limit you a lot too, as well.
Yeah, so we won't go there. But so what this allows us to do is basically you deposit money from an outside bank account into your Kudi bank account, and the money appears in your wallet instantly.
Interesting.
So we're
can they spend it directly from the app, like from their phone? They can go and spend that anywhere, or do they need their credit card?
No, you can. So you can spend it using the phone if the merchant also accepts Kudi. It also has the Kudi app as a merchant. Or if they have the card, then the merchant doesn't need the app. The merchant just has to accept debit cards.
Nice.
So there's multiple ways to do it, but I mean, if you compare our system to even what Binance Nigeria offers, ours is markedly faster, markedly cheaper, because we offer all our users bank accounts.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I was going to ask you that next about the fact that they just added that feature in Binance, but I'm sure like the fees are also less as well because you're doing it that way.
Yeah, well, first of all, we have the lowest fees of any fiat gateway in Nigeria. So, well, any I don't want to say any, because I don't know if there could be some unknown ones I'm not aware of.
Yeah.
But Luno and Binance are the main ones, and we have less fees with them, and it's much faster to use our product. But also, you gotta, people forget that Kudi is not just a app to buy Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
It's really a full service fintech product that's designed to empower people and sort of give them agency over their money. And so, you can send Nigerian Naira, real fiat currency, to anyone instantly for no fees. That's one thing. You have the POS system, you have the bank account, the merchant ecosystem that we're building. So it's really, people ask, are you worried about Binance? Are you worried about this, that? I mean, of course, we're always paying attention to our competitors, and we always have to try to stay a step ahead. But the product itself, I think, is so unique that Binance can do well and Kudi can do well.
Yeah, I mean, there needs to be more than one. You need Pepsi and Coke. You can't just have Pepsi. So
there you go.
And then you need all the other brands. So yeah, there isn't one-stop shop, and you wouldn't want one-stop shop for everything and everyone to put all their money in one place anyway. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And you guys seem to be doing some different stuff outside of what Binance is focusing mostly on exchange. They're not really focused on POS and all that stuff. And they're really focused on what they do well. And I mean, even CZ says it himself. Like, he focuses on one thing and doing it really, really well. And they're doing the exchange game extremely well. There's definitely competition for them too, which is also okay. I mean, if the world flippens from crypto or from fiat to crypto, I mean, there's way more opportunity than just Binance or OKX or even Huobi. There'll be so much liquidity that will need to come in. There needs to be options and things be ready. And this is why people kept saying build. Build. Who cares about the price? Because yes, and even myself, people were like bagging on me because I'm like, Ferrum is. I even said it. I'm like, yo, Ferrum probably will do a 10x. I'm like, even a 5x is good. And then the price dropped, and I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, I wasn't saying that to be a moon boy. I was saying it's very likely over time will become a project that is 5-10x, maybe even more if the market gives it that opportunity. But like, the reason I was saying that is I saw you're building something real. You have a real app already, and not an app. It's more than that. Your own fintech solution already. His first thing was already out. It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna do this. You already had something, which was nice. And then the unifyre wallet. I'm excited to see when you guys get it out and give it a little test run. I do use like Trust Wallet. I think it has benefits, but it's very straightforward and plain. and does a good job. But I would like to be able to stake in my trust wallet, for example. So that would be beneficial. Well, yeah, I think that's pretty much most of the stuff that we were talking about. Is there anything else like exciting coming? I mean, we've had since last time. There's been social mining that you guys are doing. That's been pretty cool. It gives the people I made a video about that. If you guys haven't seen it, check the last video I made on YouTube. Making $50 to $60 a month just by participating in the social mining community, which is creating videos and content and Twitter posts and stuff. So that came out. That's been doing quite well. We have the staking 1.0 now, staking 2.0. When is staking 2.0?
Right. So we're basically spending the next 2 weeks promoting it. And
Yep.
we actually have a sort of a special surprise that we'll be announcing soon.
Nice.
So excited for that. And then we'll open it up shortly after that. So I don't want to give an exact time because we're not even sure ourselves. I would say about 3 weeks from now, I think the pools will open. You'll have, a few days to contribute.
Yep.
And then that'll be wrapped and we're on to the next thing. You always got to be thinking forward and thinking
For
ahead.
sure. Cool. So you said next thing forward, kind of like as we're wrapping it up, what thing potentially forward, is there anything that you can mention? I know you've told me that there's quite a few things that are going on, but there's some things obviously you can't talk about because you're not there yet. But is there anything that you can tell everybody about that, maybe they don't know about or haven't heard about yet?
Yeah, you always got to sort of walk a fine line with these questions, right?
Of course,
But,
yeah.
we've already talked about our sort of grander vision for Ferrum Network, which has always involved numerous fiat gateways. We always viewed that as one of the main impediments to mainstream adoption. There's just not enough ways to sort of move money into the crypto world.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in places not Europe, not the US, and not Asia. So, our focus from really the beginning has been on emerging markets and expanding our operations to different emerging markets around the world. So, a few places that we've been working on include the Middle East and Brazil. It's one of these things where I'm always reluctant to say too much because something could go awry, something could derail the progress we've made. But that we've been working with teams on the ground in both of those regions, and there's been a lot of encouraging progress. So, I hope that within the next 2-3 months, we'll be able to announce one of these places as sort of the next Kudi. And that's the thing, right? Like the app is built, the tech is there. Really what you need to expand into a new region is a team first and foremost. That's
Of course.
a hard thing to find because we have no business, going to Brazil and trying to figure out how to run a fintech company there, but we can provide the technology. So you got to get the team, you got to get any licenses that are needed, obviously, and you got to get a banking connection too, right? Because it's a fiat to crypto product. And so those three things are, it might sound simple, but they're actually very sort of complicated. So a lot can go wrong between now and then with either of these places, but my fingers are crossed. And, I've personally been working with these teams for months now, and I have every confidence in the world in them. I think in both regions, they're excellent. And so really it's just a matter of, getting some regulatory approvals that we've been, sort of in the pipeline for in the Middle East for a long time, and on the Brazilian side, similar story with the banking. And once we can get those locked in, we can hit the ground running with those products. So I'm really excited what that'll look like as we move through 2020.
That's awesome. Like I do think that when it comes to simplicity, I travel a lot more than the average person would, for sure. Anyone in crypto pretty much does. Like I just was in China, then Hong Kong and Philippines. I live in Thailand. I'm all over the place. And the thing is like, my thing is like, there are some interesting products out there that have credit cards, and they make it pretty cool. But like, then when you go to those countries, you have to pay high ATM fees, and that kind of sucks. So I would really love to see something, and maybe you guys will have something out at one point where I can just travel to another country, go to a bank machine, maybe like a cardless ATM. I've seen that with a product, I believe, like Everex, I believe, has that, where you can go in and just withdraw Ferrum or Bitcoin, or just trade it and then withdraw it, and maybe stake Ferrum in that same wallet. That would be something really cool to see in the future, where you guys send a card, it's not prepaid, it's just your own credit card, and then I could take that with me, have it in my wallet, go to any country, not have to pay stupid fees I just went to Philippines. I had to pay fees to change my cash when I got it there. Then I didn't spend all that money there. So then when I came back to Thailand, I had to change it back. And not only is that it's like an inconvenience, it costs money and it's an inconvenience. So it's like, if you solve that option, I'm sure people worldwide, that's a massive use case, because I mean, if you travel, like I traveled to China, Philippines, and in Hong Kong, and I changed money in every place. That's like probably 45 minutes of my life I lost. Okay. And on top of that, it's true, I couldn't stake my Thai baht, right? So I didn't get anything for having that money before. And, so this is something I would love to see from Ferrum, where, I can have my own Ferrum card and travel around anywhere I go. While I'm in Thailand, whatever, I could spend my Thai baht with my Thai bank account. Not that I keep a lot in cash anyways. I usually keep it in crypto, but having it there and then being like, oh, I'm traveling, let's say to, I don't know, let's say I'm going to Malaysia next, right? So I'm going to Malaysia. I need some ringlets. Okay, cool. How about I just take the USDT I have in my wallet and then, transfer it to, ringlets on my wallet. I think this is what your vision is, right? Transfer it to ringlets on my wallet and then take it out in the bank with a cardless ATM there. Something like that would be really cool. Or just having my card and being like, okay, here you go, and paying that way. Or using my card and going to a bank and, okay, I'm paying a fee, but I don't have to wait in the lineup and show my passport and all that BS, because you have to do KYC when you do that. This is already built in. So, I think that's just like, I'm speaking on probably for a lot of people out there, and a lot of people that aren't in crypto yet, where they're like, they don't see the benefit. If they knew they could do that, just if they travel and they're a businessman or a businesswoman, or just travel because they like doing it, I think that people would use it. And that would bring a lot of adoption to the industry, where it's like, okay. And yes, there are some things out there, but you have to use their project, their product, right? It'd be cool that you don't have to use, or not forced to use something, but maybe you hold Ferrum tokens, and if you're holding them, you get a better rate, something like that. So I'll stop my blabber on there, but
no, you're honest. You're honest. So you've obviously identified probably one of the biggest hassles and problems that all people face when they travel.
The industry started to move forward, and there's some things that are being left behind. And I think that, I don't know if you know this, that in 2019, 20% less projects died than in 2018. The scams are slowly getting out. And I think, it's a long-term game. Everyone wants to get rich quick. I mean, even with Ferrum, you're not going to get rich quick. Even if you do get rich with Ferrum, you're not going to get rich quick. This is a fact. Okay, you're going to see a project, and a product, and products grow. Apple in 1985 was the equivalent to a shitcoin. Let's be real here. It was not. It was not like anything great. Yeah.
Just $1 trillion market cap.
Yeah.
And not suggesting that that's going to happen with every crypto product, but yeah, I completely agree with you, Joel. I mean, we're early days. The use cases of technology are still sort of just being felt out. Okay, what's the killer app? I don't know if we've really come upon that yet, although I do think that, worldwide value transfers, that's basically as easy as sending an email, is sort of a killer app that a lot of people miss.
Is. Yeah.
But, try sending money internationally, not using crypto, and trust me, you're going to be infuriated how difficult and expensive it is.
I mean, I will use Ferrum. I will use Ferrum because I'll look at it like this. I'll give you how long and how much time it takes to send $2,000 to Canada. So my mom can call me up, and it infuriates me that my mom is so technologically unsavvy. So this is another reason why I want something simple, so I can be like, Mom, it's really this easy. Just click on the app and do this. This is what people need right now. Honestly, the older generation dominates us, right? So they need something simple as Facebook or something that they use, it's easy. So this is what I'm looking for. Because if I have to send my mom right now, she needs the money. Joel, she'd be like, Joel, I need you to send me money. I need $2,000 right now. I'll be like, okay, cool. Go on your app on Coinbase and blah, whatever it is. She'll be like, I don't know how to use this. I can't. I can't. Like, she's like, it's like watching Kevin Hart, literally. I can't. So, so I'll be like, okay, Mom. So then I'm like, all right, I'll go to the bank. I'll send you the money. Not only is it going to take you 3 to 4 business days to probably get into your account, so she needs it now. Well, sorry, it can't come now. You have to wait a few days. I have to then go on my bike, go to the bank. There's 25 minutes because I live in Bangkok to go anywhere. It's like horrible. And then I have to sit in the bank, and the banks here are slow as shit. So you're sitting there and you're like, all right, you're fumbling, waiting in a line of like 1,000 people. And then finally you get called. Then they're asking you for your passport and like doing a bunch of paperwork. By the end of the day, you're also paying 5 to 8% to send the money. So then you're like, at the end of the day, I send $2,000. It cost me $40 to send $2,000 to my mom, right? Which is ridiculous. And then end of the day, like, yeah, it ends up in her account. But like, if she just had something as simple as what Unifyre Wallet will do, you know what I mean? It'd be like, Mom, go on your app. Ding. Okay, did you get it? Yeah, got it. Great. Go to the bank and take it out. Holy shit. You know what I mean? If that's not a use case, I don't know what the hell is, really.
Yeah. Well, the missing piece there is having that fiat gateway, right? So, but the great thing about the Ferrum products is that they're all going to be connected. So your Unifyre wallet will, login will work with your Kudi app, right? And so everywhere where you have a fiat gateway, yes, you can send money using Unifyre wallet, and you can and then you can transfer and then cash out using the fiat gateway. So that's like the long term.
But not even that though. You'll have the card. So
you
don't have it yet, but if you have a card, she could go, oh yeah, I got my card. Boom, goes to the bank. It's already in her wallet. Boom, she takes the money out. She pays whatever the bank charge her. But the time is the money, right? As everyone knows, time is the most valuable currency, not money itself.
Yeah. Wow. So right, man. You're so right. So yeah, I mean, there's still a long way to go before. Right. So yeah, I mean, there's still a long way to go before Ferrum or one of many other excellent companies solves these problems. But yeah, I'm just excited to see where the industry is going to be in 5 years from now. I think it's going to look completely different. You're finally going to have a mass adoption, and we just hope to be a part of it.
Absolutely. I think you guys will. You're one of the teams that actually are finally very active. And I mean, if you look at just not to put shame to them, but if you look at what happened with Insolar with their token swap, what they were doing and how they just like royally screwed. I don't know if you saw that, but royally screwed up a project that like so many people I know had so much faith in, thinking it was going to go somewhere, and just a bonehead team move. Like that's the stuff I want to see. Maturity, teams actually thinking forward, and not taking pictures with fondling girls and stuff on their Instagrams, but actually focusing on their business maybe and like their image. That would be great. So yeah, I'm really looking
crypto market's got a lot of still got a lot of growing up to do, but I mean, we've been in this industry for long enough, almost 2 years, to see so many projects come and go, honestly. And the fact is, because there's so many scams, the trust is already relatively low. So you have, you don't even have one mess up. If you mess up once, you're done. The people, everyone loses faith in you. They sell their tokens, and you're done. I might as well go back to being a lawyer. But that's why we know that, and so that's why we're extremely careful. We every decision we do is I think very well thought out about, okay, does this impact the short term, the long term, medium term? How's the community going to take it? What are the investors going to say? Like, there's a lot that goes into everything we do, but we love it, right? This is our passion. We love the Ferrum project. We love the Ferrum community. We last thing we want to do is let anybody down, right? We want everyone involved in this project to be successful. So, I can't speak about other projects, but I think people see what they get what they see with Ferrum, and the recent successes we had, I think, are reflecting of that fact. It's never a bad time to invest in Ferrum, is my position on it. Of course, not investment advice, but yeah, I mean, I think fundamentally, what you get with Ferrum is a hardworking team that has delivered on its promises, will continue to deliver on its promises, has a working product, has users, has already token utility through the token bridge that we have, through social mining, through staking, through Kudi, all with, I think, very favorable token metrics. And if you're a TA guy, I think people would say, nice looking chart as well. So
making high
I'm
lows,
as bullish
man.
as anybody on Ferrum. That's why I got the T-shirt. I'm 24/7 with it, just like the rest of the team. And we're just so thankful that there's people like you in the community who believe in us from day one and are still with us. So it's an exciting time, and looking forward to the future.
All right, and I look forward to the day where my mom cannot give me those Kevin Hart looks and talks like that'd be great.
I just you could tell her to download Coinbase, right, and just send her Ethereum.
I would never let my mom use Coinbase. It's the fees that they just increased by 223%. No, never gonna happen. And
I appreciate you, Joel.
You know what I mean? Like this is what the industry does. Coinbase, you know what they do well. They're really for the institutional side more so than the average users. They used to be for the average user, but they have so much money they control now. I believe it's like a million Bitcoin or something in their possession that they do. So for them, they're not really concerned about the mom and pop who have a couple $5,000, $10,000. They want other people, the big institutions using their custodial services, and yeah, maybe they Coinbase Pro, but yeah, even that for her, she's just like,
yeah. No, there's an opportunity there for a really simple, user-friendly product that allows you to move in and out of cryptocurrencies, quickly, easily, with low fees. That's really what Kudi is, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I encourage everyone to download Kudi, even if you're not Nigerian. By the way, you can still use the product. There's still some cool things you can do on it, but and it really just it gives you a sense of how we build things, how we're really focused on the user experience, and so yeah, we're just happy to be here and excited to see where we can take this thing.
I won't take up any more of your night. I know it's night for you. It's like midday for me, so I could go on forever. But I also got stuff to do, obviously.
Sure.
I do enjoy trading, and I have been crushing it lately. So I mean, I do want to get back to that, especially with the market being the way it has been. I just see that Bitcoin's at 8,800 again. So it's looking good. I mean, and this is the thing that many people don't realize as we leave. Everyone that's involved in crypto, minus maybe CSV, likes Bitcoin. Maybe not every project though, like that. A lot of the projects I know, they like Bitcoin. It started us where we are right now. It gave us the foothold to start even thinking about it as a possibility. So this is something that I think is great. And like, if you're someone, just to throw a plug in for myself here, if you're someone that actually wants to learn how to trade, where you're not getting told here, buy this, and you don't trust yourself enough to do so, I created a really cheap version of a course that took me 3.5 months of my life to actually build. It gives you everything you need. You learn about how I trade, my strategy. You learn about more than that. You have books, you have slides, everything. And I did that so that people that really want to learn how to trade, invest in yourself. It's $399, so it's not crazy expensive. If you watch this video, I'll even give you $50 off. 32 videos, 10 bonus videos, all stuff. It's really well structured. So if you're someone who's really wanted to do that, let me know. I am around too, so you can ask questions in my group and stuff. You get added in there. There's a bunch of 42 seasoned traders. So you get a lot of support. Anyways, I just thought I'd throw that plug in there because I know a lot of people that are in crypto really care about making money.
Joel's the best. If you want to make money trading, Joel's your guy. So Yeah, and
I mean, I am called Coach K, so I mean, this is what I do. I coach. If you look online after you say that, go just have a check, see how much people charge for courses. You'll realize that $399 is very generous. I do it not to become rich. I do this to actually help people, and I like growing my community, which is 42 people right now, and I think it's going to continue to keep growing. And we've been doing this for over a year and a half, the community side of my guys, and maybe over 2.5 years since I started doing any community at all. So yeah, it's something vibrant, it's something great, and tons and tons of information and learning that you can do. And even myself, I know a lot about trading. I make money trading, but I constantly want to learn more. So anyways, thank you so much, Ian, for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time and updating the community, updating me. You know, I am going to go and buy some more Ferrum token, as I think I told you the other day. I'm going to buy more. I have a plan to get up to 500,000 Ferrum tokens, guys. That's my goal. I'm at like half that, I believe, right now. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to show my support. And I think that this project is going to move. And, you know, I'm going to move with it. You know what I mean? So
we want everyone to succeed with us. And, yeah. You know, I obviously can't, you know, talk about the price or speculate on any of that stuff, but I can say we are working as hard as we possibly can to bring you amazing products, to bring you an amazing project, and make sure everyone's successful who's involved and following us, supporting us. So that's our goal. That's what we work 24/7 doing, and just happy to have you along for the ride, Joel.
Well, I'm here and I ain't going nowhere. And I just, you know why I'm doing this, man? I'm going to be completely honest. I want to tell those people that were hating on me after I said that Ferrum would do really well, like go 5-10x, that were like, oh, where's your 5-10x? I can't wait till I can be like, I told you it was going to do 5-10x. Keep your eyes on this project. There's a lot of other people on YouTube. There's a lot of people on Twitter that have been saying the same thing. Just watch. And then, you know, when you might realize why I said that now. Well, it's 1 cent, and why I said it back when it was not even 1 cent. So I'll leave it there. Great stuff, Ian, as always. Ferrum Network, guys. If you want to learn more about it, go to ferrum.network. You can download the white paper. You can actually learn about the project. I know that 95% of you, no offense, Ian, that don't give a crap about the project. They care about how much money they can make. But even this is a project where if you look into it, you're going to find out it's one of those projects that actually is quite interesting, has real products that are being used already and onboarding more and more clients. It's being more active in Nigeria. And there are, as far as Ian was hinting, thoughts of expansion into other regions, which can only mean more user adoption and probably more products. We have staking 2.0, unifyre wallet, unifyre staking potentially. That will come out probably in this quarter. And then also, you know, more updates. So keep your eyes on the prize. Watch the charts if you don't want to. If you don't care about, you know, the product or the project, just watch this video and take in what information you have and you decide for yourself. There's also social mining. You get 5,000 Ferrum. You can go on there, watch the video that I posted yesterday. I make about $50 to $100 a month using Ferrum's social mining program. I know it's not a lot, and it's honestly not that much money for me, honestly, but at the end of the day, it's money and another stream of income I get from just being supportive of a product and a project. So something you guys can all do. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I know this has been really long, but I think
yeah, what happened to half hour?
You can fast forward through it and you'll find all the stuff.
It's good, man. It's good. You got me bullish on Ferrum at that last little speech there. So thank you so much.
Power. All right. See you guys later. Coach K signing out. See you later, Ian. Till the next time.
Take care.